Igbo Nsukka United Front.
Congratulations. His Excellency, former Governor of Anambra State. His Excellency Chukwemeka.
He deserves better round of applause than this. Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. President, former President. Thank you so much.
Gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank members of the Igbo Nsukka United Front, organizers of Igbo Nsukka Zik Merit Award, for inviting me to be a part of this great program. Also thank the leaders of Nsukka Cultural Zone and other Southeast leaders who are supporting this initiative in honor of one of our highly revered nationalists, Right Honorable Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe of blessed memory. I am always thrilled by the warm reception I receive whenever I am in the midst of fellow compatriots from the Southeast. The unconditional solidarity Southeasterners have always accorded me reinforces my hope in the fact that we can truly fraternize with one another as citizens of one country, no matter our tribe and our tongue. It also shows that Indigo have accepted me as one of their own, in spite of the fact that I came from the creeks of the Niger Delta. When my grandmother named me Azikiwe, she probably had no inkling of the meaning of the name, other than the fact that she was enamored of the achievements of the great nationalists, the great Zik of Africa. I've come to understand that the name symbolizes peace, understanding, greatness, and solidarity in unity. That is why I couldn't turn down the invitation to attend this event, even though my commitments are quite enormous now. I believe that the ideas, philosophy, and wisdom of Right Honorable Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe are very relevant now as we seek to chart a way forward for our beloved country at this particular stage in our political history. The leadership and members of Igbo Nsukka United Front deserves commendation for organizing this dialogue on the 117th birthday of the great Nnamdi Azikiwe, and for making efforts to preserve his legacies for national unity in these challenging times. I should note, as an aside, that Zik and me share the same birth month, though he's 4 days older than me in the birth month. The nation owes Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria, who was in office from 1963 to 1966, a debt of gratitude. His outstanding role while working with other great nationalists to secure the independence of our nation is well known. And Rotimi Amaechi has elaborated his vision and his philosophy, so let me not bore you. Nigerians of different generations will continue to remember his extraordinary efforts towards keeping Nigeria one. Rotimi spoke on that. And his belief in Nigeria's greatness anchored on equity, justice, and inclusion. An indigene of Eastern region, born in Northern Nigeria and established in Western Nigeria, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe has a cosmopolitan life experience and disposition that prepared him for his role in this country. This enabled him to envision a progressive Nigeria whose diverse tribes and tongues will blend to produce a great nation to lead the rest of Africa. Whether as a political leader, as an author, a journalist, a media owner, Zik was sincere in his consistent rhetoric about freedom and economic emancipation. He spent most of his life fighting for the progress of this country and the well-being of Nigerians. It is therefore a thing of great significance that this group, Igbo Nsukka United Front, choose this very special day to evoke the nationalist spirit and principles of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe and restore to our consciousness those details that raise optimism about a cohesive and peaceful nation, a nation that will draw its strength in ethnic tolerance and accommodation and project to the world the beauty of unity in diversity. In those early days, Azikiwe never minced words on his fervent belief and optimism in the great potentials of our uniquely diverse society. He lived and died for one Nigeria, believing that what binds us is greater and more beneficial to us than what divides us. While most political pundits insist that the potential of Nigeria's greatness remains potent, our nation has continued since independence to grapple with the consequences of poor management of our diversity and differences. Recently, I addressed another forum where I delivered a paper titled Redefining Democracy, Yearnings of the Minority in Democratic Settings, which deals extensively on Nigeria's diversity and minority rights. In that discourse, I made the point that our inability to manage our diversity is a major stumbling block to our socio-economic development as a nation. When I convened the 2014 National Conference as president, my intention was to create an environment that will enable our citizens to dispassionately address those issues that are pushing us towards divisive politics and sowing the seeds of discord in our polity. I believe that in a complex and diverse country like ours, the journey of nationhood and march to greatness is not a sprint, but a marathon. However, to get it right, we need to do much more to unite our people and integrate our society in order to build a nation of selfless patriots and citizens. And I say citizens as defined by the Greek philosophers. Of course, you know that the Greek, of course, civilization started from them, were the Greek philosophers. And they said that every society has three categories of people. The idiots. And when the Greek philosophers talk about the idiots, they are not talking about people that are mentally retarded, not the one we see in English dictionary, no. The idiots are those very selfish people that think about themselves alone. They don't care about the next person. They describe those people as the idiots. And the next category of people in such, they call them the tribesmen. Not tribesmen as to belonging to a tribe. You must belong to a tribe. If you don't belong to a tribe, then you're an ape. But they believe that the tribesmen are people who look at their tribe alone and not caring about what happened to other people. Your tribe alone cannot exist in a society. Just like the idiots think that they alone can exist in society, build a wall around themselves. No, it's not possible. They call those people tribesmen. Then the other people, they call them citizens. These are people who think about society generally. People are very rational. Even when they are driving on the road, they know that there are other users of the road. And they call those ones citizens. So that is my concept of citizens, a nation of citizens. That is the type of country envisioned by our nationalists. That is the only way to turn our youth population, raise diversity, and the outstanding resourcefulness of our people into a positive force that will transform and enhance the greatness of our dear country. I have no doubt in my mind that God Almighty has deposited in our land and in our citizens the indefatigable spirit and creativity to unite, work, and relate in a harmonious way and make our country great. As I conclude, I should emphasize that we need to come together and agree on how to strengthen those mechanisms and institutions that would promote the harmonization and functionality of our diverse people. This will ensure equitable distribution of resources and opportunities and inspire harmony, patriotism, justice, peace, and sustainable development. Let me also say that as we hold this dialogue in memory of Zik, I expect the discussants to focus their attention on the factors standing in the way of realizing the dreams of Nnamdi Azikiwe and other nationalists regarding integration, national unity, and economic emancipation. I believe Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Sir Ahmadu Bello, Chief Antonio Nauro, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, and other great nationalists did their best to live the image of our country. It behoves on us to honestly contribute our own quota and aim to build a more united and prosperous country for the coming generations.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.